welcome back to the next video for the Siege Mandalore series. We get a lot of work done, including this shipping container back there. It's going to be an exciting episode. We're starting to finish a lot of things up, so we'll go right on into it. Alright, and as you guys can also see, the back side is now pretty much complete for all those walls, so I was able to get the parts we needed for that and complete that design, so now it's kind of all done over there. It's now starting to look like finished, starting to get finished on the back side, so I hope you guys like those designs. I've had those up for quite a while, but I think it fits the kind of Mandalore color scheme pretty well. Alright guys, so as you kind of saw in that intro clip, we got some of these shipping containers done. This is something I think I've mentioned in probably like one of my first videos, I think, maybe. So we finally got around to doing these. Pretty simple design, tiles on front, orange bricks around the sides, and then we got some slopes down there and 1x2s, 1x1 bricks, and kind of tiled up top. So not much to it. I'll kind of show you guys how I built it. We'll have a little time lapse after this, so hope you guys enjoy that. Guys, if you remember the last episode, I believe, we had a little bit of a prototype building going on over there, so I ended up taking that down and destroying it, and using those parts to make some new buildings over here. So something that I noticed in the Clone Wars show, if you watch and look at all the background buildings and everything, it seems like it's always a lot of, I think I've talked about this before too, it's a lot of squares and rectangles, and like boxes stacked up on top of each other. That's what it kind of looks like. It gives the effect of like a bunch of square buildings and rectangle buildings all blocked up on top of each other. And we kind of used some of that design for the kind of different apartment looking like buildings over there, but I tried to take it a little bit further this time. Over here by the entrance, I literally just made all these boxes over here and made them separately. So I made all those boxes separately, and then I just started putting them together in different patterns and different formations to see which one I like best. So this is only like the second or third different formation. Obviously there's a lot of different formations that we can do for this one, so you can kind of see what I'm going for there. Actually, like, these two buildings over here are sideways, planted in that way, because a lot of the buildings on Mandalore are like upside down or sideways. So I tried to put a couple of them like sideways. So I hope you can kind of tell that. A little closer look, so you can see all the different boxes like stacked on top of each other sideways. I personally think it was a lot better than the building I had earlier over there. So curious to see what you guys think. Curious to see what you guys think on this one. Do you like this new building type over here? I might do a couple more and stack them up on top of each other. But yeah, so now it looks, I think that looks a lot better than the other building. This one fits more in line with those other ones and is a little bit more unique compared to the last one where I just stacked up bricks. So I actually really like this. It's fun to do because I can make it just a bunch of different sizes and try to combine them like a puzzle to see which one fits best. So I'll probably go through a couple more different formations to see which ones I like the most. But that's kind of what I got going so far. I'm curious to see if you guys like this kind of box, rectangular box type design. Alright, one more kind of small thing just wanted to point out is I was able to get the border done under there so you can't see under those plates anymore. And then most of all the black plates and tiles are kind of filled into this area so far. So it's starting to get that complete look, and it's just kind of closer to the end, so it's looking pretty good. And just like that, guys, this back hallway is now complete. Besides, I have to make the little door back there. And yeah, I did run out of dark gray plates and I had to use light gray plates. So maybe we'll go around the convention and try to find some dark gray plates. And there's a few 1x1 tiles I still have to get done. And then the inside also needs tiled. But I thought I'd show you guys this last kind of look at it. A lot of those small details we'll just do at the convention. We'll have a little time to finish that up. But yeah, here's the final hallway. You saw that up here earlier, but now you can see the hallway is pretty much done here. And if you remember from previous episodes, that hallway does have lights in it, and I will continue to put more lights throughout the rest of the hallway. So That's going to look really cool for World of Lights. I don't want to give everything away yet because I want the kind of the finale, the slideshow video to still have a few surprises left in it. So this hallway's done for now. Just a few more small details, but I thought I'd show you guys before it is fully completed. As you guys can tell, the border is now pretty much complete around the whole mock. So yeah, now we have the dark gray border going all the way around, and then you have the black tiles in the bottom there. I also used some wedge plates kind of down in there to give it a little like effect that just kind of doesn't all of a sudden, it kind of like slopes down and then slopes down entirely. I don't know. So yeah, the border is all the way around the mock, and it definitely adds. It just makes it seem more finished, really. So yeah, I'm glad I was just able to knock this out and get it done, because it's not the most fun thing, just stacking 2x4 bricks, but yeah. So just this little spot right here, still need to do that border. Otherwise, it's pretty much done all the way around on this side, so I'm very happy about that, and we'll continue to build. We are here on the back side of the build, so this is kind of that hallway that's in the middle. You see the buildings in the background. And we were going to have this little walkway right here, and I was just going to tile it up normally until I went to a Lego store and found all these lightsaber pieces, these blue lightsaber pieces. I found a ton of them, so I was able to get a bunch of them on a pick-a-brick wall, and I was trying to think of what to use them for, because I really wanted to use them since it was such a good find at a pick-a-brick wall. So this was one of the things I came up with. You can kind of see them all laying down to kind of like it's kind of like just an interesting path design. I don't know, it just kind of jumped in my head real quick, so I went over here and built it fairly quickly. So I'd be very interested to hear what you guys think about it. But I mean, pretty much I was just thinking it'd be like a cool little path design to switch up the kind of boringness of just only tiles, because that is kind of, there's a lot of tiles in this mock, which kind of makes it, I guess, a little bland, so I thought I'd change it up a little bit. Back here is kind of maybe where the public would see it from. So just kind of, I don't know, makes it look like the path is aligned somewhat with those blue translucent pieces. I don't really know what their purpose would be, but I just kind of wanted to try a cool technique to switch up the design that we've been using over and over again. So there you can kind of see all those lightsaber parts kind of dividing the paths. So I like this. Otherwise, maybe I'll do it where you, where like all these actually connect. That's another option, where all the lightsaber pieces connect to each other to actually create a path. I might try that as well, but I just thought I'd kind of sit down and try this real quick. Alright guys, so I'm on that Technic structure, and as you can see, another building is done right here. Here's kind of what it looks like. So here's a little bit of walkway, the little patio porch thing I mentioned earlier. I also did this new kind of little design for just some sort of kind of rooftop hallway type thing. I don't really know what it is yet, but did a little design there, so you can kind of look at that through there. And then kind of this goes out through there, and then there's the building. As you can see, there's these two things that are just on top. You can just place them up top, so it's like they're kind of, I had them over too far, so I had to get it symmetrical. But those are just two kind of box-shaped things that I just kind of can pick up and put down right there. There's the Mandalorian right there, just kind of watching out over the city. And then I also built this. It's another square. Essentially, that will attach eventually onto the side of there. So I'll have to get a view of that later as well. So, but I just wanted to update you guys on more building progress. As you guys recall, we had this roof pretty plain for the whole time we've been building this. So we just added a bunch of these. So these are actually all lightsaber pieces, like the trans light blue lightsaber pieces. Found a bunch of them at a Lego store I went to, so we just got as many as we can. And this cool pattern is up top now, and I think it actually looks really, really cool. You can kind of see the two side designs, two side designs and then the middle design right there. So yeah, now it's just not plain because I really didn't like it just having that plain stud showing on the top. So this was the next best solution. Just kind of having these in my collection and then trying to figure out what to use them for. We used them for a walkway earlier that I showed, and then used them for this. So I think it looks pretty cool. So this big Technic structure is finally done. For the most part, there's just a couple small details we have to touch up. So you've seen the front before, and in one of the last segments you saw that back right corner there. I now added that building off to the side that I was talking about, where it kind of just hangs off the side like that. And then I just finished this building right here, which is the last one. You can kind of see the design. Pretty cool. This one has lots of glass pieces on it, actually. More than a lot of the other ones. Just a few more things to touch up, kind of, you know, down over there, and some other parts, fixing the bridge. And that's, I mean, it's pretty much complete. But yeah, now we're gonna try to attach it to those 4 pillars back there, and we're gonna see what happens. Alright guys, here it is. That's that big Technic structure. I just got it done putting on the support beams. It's all hooked up at the moment. Very sketchy. I did not expect it to be that hard. The weight of all the buildings made it extremely difficult. There's so much Technic going on underneath, connecting to all the pillars. When we actually break it down to the Take It to the Convention, I want to add a lot more Technic to it, because I'm really worried. If you as much breathe on this, I'm afraid it's going to fall. But we're about to do the overnight test, where I leave it overnight to see if it is able to stay up. So I hope it stays up. Mocks are built on hope. But anyways, I really like the way it turned out. I don't want to give too much away, but you can kind of, I mean, you can kind of see the look it's going for. It's not 100% finished yet, but basically this is kind of what you're getting, with a few more finishing touches. So yep, gotta go back in and touch it up just a little bit around the fountain areas, and particularly that building back there. Yeah, I'll get a shot from over here. There you go. That's for you, Clone Wars saved. This whole mock's for you. Alright guys, so my co-op partner and I did some work, and he ended up working on this landing pad a little bit. We're starting to go back in and add a bunch of scorch marks to kind of push forward the idea of this. A lot of the battle is happening here on the landing pad, so there's going to be a lot of damage. So this is kind of the first stages of it. You can see we pried up some plates, put some black plates, and then we're going to go back in and put a couple tiles throughout there and some maybe little fire pieces. So you can see kind of a couple marks all over the platform. We just have this one done so far, so we still got to do it for the rest of them over there. And then he also set up this really cool, you guys all know after last year's mock, Paul, my co-op partner, is really good at setting up figures. So he had this idea to have kind of maybe some of the landing pad like got blown off, so you can see all the pieces kind of flying over here. Then you got the scorch marks underneath. Kind of hard to tell, but Darth Maul is like force pushing all the clones off the edge. And we both really liked it, so I think we're definitely going to keep this little effect. Kind of the landing pad kind of got blown off, and then Darth Maul's force pushing all these clones off the side. So yeah, thought I'd show this real quick because I thought you guys would definitely like that. Alright everyone, so this is pretty much all I'm going to show you guys for the rest of this mock series. Almost the entire mock is done besides this top part over here with the landing pad. Figures obviously still need to be placed. I need to fix this, but I took it down because I'm starting to pack things up and transport it. And then the hallway needs to be completed too with some of the tiles and lights, and then just some finishing touches. So last year, just like my last year, Brickworld Chicago mock update series, I'm not going to show everything, but this is most of it, guys. So a lot of this we'll just finish up at the convention. We'll have some free time to do that. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this mock so far, and we'll get ready to close it out, and then stay tuned for, of course, the big final mock showcase slideshow, which will show everything completed with figures. Alright guys, and like that, this series is coming to a finale. This is the last episode of the Building the Siege of Mandalore in LEGO. I want to thank all of you guys who have watched all these videos and commented, giving suggestions and feedback. This is one of my favorite things to do, is work to upload these videos and then read the comments and kind of talk to you guys about what suggestions you think I should make and stuff like that. So These episodes wouldn't be very much fun without you guys commenting and watching, so thank you so much for that. Again, this has been one of my favorite video series I've ever done on my channel, and I just want to thank everyone for that. And again, huge shout out to Tyler from Clone Army Customs. He's going to be supplying figs for us once we get to the convention, so you'll see a lot of awesome figs shown off on this mock. So many thanks from my collab partner and I for tuning into this project. This was all for in the hype for Clone Wars Return, Clone Wars Saved. This felt like the perfect time for us to make this mock and kind of pay homage to the TV show that shaped our lives growing up as kids. So thank you to Clone Wars. Thank you guys for all watching. Stay tuned for the slideshow video, which will come out soon after Brickworld. We'll see how many videos I'm able to make from Brickworld, and then maybe some vlogs or different cool showcase videos, and then of course the final slideshow video for this mock. So thank you guys for watching so much. Hope you guys have a great day, and of course, may the Force be with you always.